guys, Jinx here. I had a couple people wanting to know, and especially one comment asking for kind of like a tips and tricks kind of thing. This is kind of like the best I can do. I'm not really planning on doing any kind of visual recording, like seeing any face camming like that for a little bit, but for right now, this first clip here is going to kind of show some of the main things you can do right when you first land, such as a lot of people always like to land on rooftops, kind of like how I did there. If you ever see somebody going towards a rooftop, a lot easier, instead of contesting them straight up front, it's really risky to do that, and you just kind of put yourself in a 50-50. Try to go down below. As you can see, like here, that chest only gave me one okay gun, but once I went into the house, I was able to actually stockpile a couple guns, even some bandages, stuff like that inside the house. So a lot of times it's a lot easier for you to go into the house and be able to pick up a better loadout than the person who landed at the roof and then go contest them later. Even though you do get them a little bit of a high ground, in the end you're going to be better off than just trying to fight for that gun. Also, as you notice, I kind of run around here. And there's a lot of things inside the house, such as like bookcases, beds, tables, stuff like that. Each one gives a good amount of materials per swing, so it's a really solid thing for you to actually be looking at getting for picking up materials. It's really easy, really safe, really quick, and that's one of my new favorite ways of gathering wood, other than trying to mine down trees. But realistically, if you go through enough houses, you can collect, like here, I have 111 wood just from grabbing 2 chests and a couple things from inside the house, and then moving on to the second house. If I rinse repeat, looking at 250, 300 wood, and at that point you're pretty set for most of your fights here. So let's see, after I move through this house here, well, there's nothing really here. So as I go into the next house, I'll kind of hear gunfights here. So I already prepped my building, see where it's coming down from. I'm going to build a ramp trying to go up, which also blocks off the back of the house like that. Lets me block off the person, and as she moves this side of the switch, it's a really easy kill to pick up here. It's important to always want to like build first there, because if I hadn't built that ramp, then that's a couple shots she already lands on me and can very easily win that fight. In fact, I'm able to block off those shots, and if she destroys the ramp, she wastes ammo on that ramp. If she doesn't destroy it, I can run up it and gain high ground over her. It's just always a smart idea to build first, rather than trying to shoot. Sometimes you run into situations like this, where instead of building, I use cover, just basically putting something between you and them. It's just you can't get a ramp and actually get high ground with the ceiling up above me, so it's a little bit awkward of a situation. But always use your corners, always use stuff like that to be able to peek. You do have a third-person game, so you use the fridge to be able to peek and see where they were before I got shot. Sneak out to the corner using that right-hand peek around the corner, so that way I can flick back and see where they are before they can actually see my own body. It's a big help if you're able to peek and do stuff like that. Speeding along here, we're going to see the next portion of this, where sometimes whenever you're in a fight, a lot of people kind of like to box themselves in, almost turtle up into either the back of a house or into a structure they've built, and usually leave one obvious way in. Well, you can obviously go in through that way and just duke it out, but here you'll jump down the back, and I noticed her just through the window, barely hiding up in that bathroom. So I'm going to come up here. As I go up the stairs, I can see that ramp into the door. That's kind of the obvious way you can take, but going through the side wall, it now creates this big opening that she's not prepared for, and it gives me a corner that I can peek around with my shoulder just like this and pick up a very easy kill, and also grab a medkit from it. So it ends up being a very helpful thing to be able to think through it and see kind of, hey, this is where it seems like I should go, however, try to find another way to go about it, and that way you can get a bigger jump on the opponent by creating a new hole into their base that they weren't really expecting. Alright guys, sorry about the popping last one. I'll turn my volume down a little bit, see if that does help out with the popping. Maybe I don't max it out as much. But anyway, with this next clip, you'll see me kind of moving around it and consistently jumping as I do run from spot to spot. The point of this is it makes it easier for you to see people because you get a little bit higher on your jumps, but as you're walking, you can spot people very easily anyway, whether they're crosswalking, whether they're just running, whether they're jumping. It's easy to get spotted no matter what, so it's a lot better to be mobile and hard to get shot. So just right here, if this guy was running and jumping instead of just straight up running, I want to be able to land those immediate 2 shots on him. But it had 66 more health, maybe we could have gotten that wall up and turned on me, but because he wasn't able to keep jumping, keep mobile, it made it a lot easier for me to pick him out. Even though he had some solid loot here, gold sniper, gold scar, he still needs to keep more mobile, so it's a lot harder for me to actually hit him from 3 shots. We're going to have another example of the whole moving while jumping. However, I'm going to slow it down, so that way y'all can see. If you look off to the left-hand side, not on top of this mountain, but once I crest it on the next hill overlooking Tilted, the left-hand side, you'll see a guy. Very easily, he jumps one time, but jump off the cliff. Don't know why he did that, but it just kind of shows like how easy it is to spot somebody using all these dark skins now, like Dark Voyager, like my Twitch Prime skin, like Reaper. It makes them stick out against this green and bright background that Epic Games has added in. So you really don't need to do much to be spotted, just right there. Very easy to see him off to the left hand side there running around. Black dot sticks out so well against this vibrant green background. So if you're sitting there and you're worried about being seen while jumping, just know you're already going to be seen without jumping. So just keep mobile. Keep moving up and down, moving left and right. Don't run straight lines. Zigzag if you can. Again, here we kind of see building up before you fight. It gives me a little bit higher ground. If I didn't build up, that guy that shot me from the side probably could have gotten a couple more hits in on me. But this is about the whole basing up. If I stayed based up there, then the guy could have just kept pegging me from the side. I want to stay mobile and create new angles. So that way if a guy tries to ditch out the back like that, I can then catch him in the move. And then I know the guy that shot me from up here, and he could see me while I was up here. So what I'm trying to do is kind of peek and see if I can bait out a couple of shots. If I take a little extra damage, it's fine. Like, I would rather not. But if I take a shot or two, it's okay to drop a little bit of health to gain location advantage and knowing where they are. And so seeing them run into that building there at the bottom, I have two options. I can sit back and go in a sniper war, or I know that House has a lot of spiral staircases going up, and he's going to take him a bit to get up there. So I want to get within that view range. He's going to be looking at my face still, thinking I'm still there. But if I'm back here, what I can end up doing is building up like this and rushing up on top of him to capture the high ground before he gets there. So if I'm up here, he's not up here, I'm now above him. So I can look down on him towards his head, and he looks up at my feet if he was even looking at me. But it also catches people off guard because they're expecting you to come up. That's why he's building all these floors and stuff like that, so I can't come up. But if I just rush to the top and go down through, he does not expect it at all, and you get to jump on a lot of people like that. It's a very simple thing to do. Just kind of keep your head open to, if you can rush it, then go ahead and try to rush it. Be ready with your builds, of course, because if they poke out from the top and they beat you up there, it's going to be an issue. But just try your hardest to kind of keep that in the back of your head of, if you're able to actually rush and push the people, then rush and push them. Alright, now this next little bit here, the biggest part about this is, what do I carry for my med supplies? And here you see I have a med kit in my inventory, but what I'm going to end up doing is swapping out for 3 minis. If we think about it either mathematically, or 9 minis, okay, so that's a lot better off. But if you think about just a standard 3 mini pickup versus a full med kit, sure, it's 100 health versus 75 shield, but if you get into a gunfight, you're going to lose shield, you're not necessarily going to lose health. So even if you lose health, you can then top up with shields afterwards. So your shields are always replaceable. It's very easy to fix up shields, and very common that you get hurt to the shield, but not to your health. So it's usually better to be carrying shields with you, for the fact of it gets hurt more often, you take shield damage than you take health damage more often. Also, minis are really nice because they take a short time to actually like use and stack up that extra health towards you. Because if you think about shields just like health, you really have 200, and that's a free 50 every single time you're going to fight, just about. Versus if you don't get hurt that much, but you have full health and 1 shield left, well then you can't do anything with a medkit. It doesn't help you at all. Then you have to go in weaker than what you would have been. But if you take 60 damage to your health, you can automatically heal 50 from a mini every single time. Sure, you miss out on a little bit more health, but in the end, you're going to be healing up more. And then if you drop it and you know where it's at in a safe spot like this, you can drop down and take a little bit of health and remember where it's at, because you can always come back, use it real quick. I hear someone below me, so I kind of stutter, but realistically, I should have been safe because of the maze the previous dude set up. So you can always run back, grab that med kit, pop that med kit, and grab your minis again. Boom, 100 health again. I got out of a fight that I didn't want to be in by taking a little bit of damage, and take the shields right back up. Very, very easy. Alright, y'all, can't stress this enough. It's not even whenever people are standing out in the open, like this person will be, but also if you're peeking from a ramp. I get caught at the end of the game, I think, doing this. You'll be able to see it. But just standing still. Straight up standing still. Like, building a 1x1 here, getting up here, really nice. If this person would have done that too, but just standing there, just shooting, standing still. Sure, she's destroying my base, but bam. Straight up easy snipe. Not hard to hit at all. you're standing still, you're drawing a lot of attention to yourself, you just make yourself this big standing target. And anybody who's a decent sniper, anybody who's a decent shot will just level you instantly if they catch you standing still. That's the number one reason why I see people die. That's why I die at the end of this game, I believe, as well. Alright, Kyle, this next one kind of going to you. You say that you kind of camp a lot, you try not to. Good time to kind of like focus and get used to rushing is coming up right here in this clip. What I see a lot is people will sit back and either hit a snipe, hit a couple shots with a AR like I'm going to hit right here, and then realize, oh, they're hurt, I have a good position, I can wait it out. But if you wait it out, they build a couple walls, they heal right back up, that's the best point for you to actually go and learn how to push, learn how to get up on them. So here I hit a 36, another 36 that I saw the shield shatter. So that means a little bit that went to health, probably from all the fighting is either at 75, maybe 100 if they found a couple either slurp drinks or shield potions, but they're sitting with just health, no shields. So here when I run up on them, push them, get ramps in between me and them, get the high ground, and it kind of creates a little wall. He starts freaking out because I hit him once, I can't hit my shots because I can't aim, and then immediately start building because I hit shots coming from the other side. But it's all about getting up on people, and you can build walls so easily with turbo building now that there's really no reason not to. And then here's what I was talking about as far as I peeked too long, as far as just getting up there. I should have immediately built a wall back behind me, between me and the person that was sniping me, and I think that's ultimately going to be my demise. I don't really have a whole lot of healing. I probably should have minied up right here. That just would have been the smarter thing to do. I see her take health damage, but it's going to be really to no avail here. One little tip and trick here that is something good to learn, good to practice. I'm really bad at it right now. I'm still practicing myself, so you can kind of see, is this double ramp. One above, one below, one above, one below, and what you want to end up doing is go an extra ramp, then you throw a wall, then you go back to ramp and throw a ramp up against that wall, and suddenly you have high ground again. If you can get good at that, it's a good way to, flip the tables, turn the tables on people, but I need to get faster at it, clearly there. So yeah, guys, there's a little tips and tricks video for those of y'all that are wondering. I know Kyle, for one, didn't want this, but anybody else, hopefully this does help you out. Hopefully I see you out on the battlefield there, seeing some of these kind of used out there. But if you have any more things you want answered, any more tips, help building, how to help aiming, anything really, I'm no real best in the world, but I feel like I put enough time, put enough man hours into this game to actually know kind of what I'm talking about a little bit. Sure, I have my rough games, as some of y'all might have seen there on Twitch, going for my 200th win. That was a little depressing, but hopefully I can help some of y'all out, and really I'm going to sit here, speed up this clip just a little bit, and leave y'all with this beauty of a clip to close out on. So thank you again for watching this. Hopefully this has helped some of y'all out. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and see y'all next time. Hey, you know what, I'd probably go the 200th win to make sure it was a solid game, but wait, 3, 2, 1, bink! Holy sh! I just did that. Holy crap, dude. I freaking hit that.